Welcome to Commander Pop Culture, a place to gather magical information with some laughs, might I add. Alright, against Evelyn the Covetous, this is a theft deck. They want to play vampires. They exile cards from the top of people's libraries. And then once a turn, they get to cast something that's exiled. Niv-Mizzet is a storm deck. They just want to draw cards, deal a bunch of damage. Jaya, Ballard, the Task Mage. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. They can destroy target blue permanent. They can discard a card to deal 3 damage to anything, and then for 7 and tapping it, they can do 6 damage to each creature and player. Considering how we're all blue decks, that Jaya Ballard's gonna be pretty powerful.
That's kryptonite! Yes!
Be very interested to see how it performs this game. I need a blue source. Dang. Gonna go again? It's a little bit better? Dang, what is going on? I went from 2 swamps to 1 land and then back to 2 swamps again. The recursion piece is nicer. Yeah, we'll give up the cryptid. If you hadn't seen my deck tech for this, I have a lot of 0 drops in the deck, and that's so I can draw off of them ETBing. You also get an ETB if you reanimate stuff from your graveyard as well, and you also draw for flickering stuff, so this is a culmination of all those things jammed into one deck. I just need to find a blue source, and we'll be a-okay. Hopefully we find it real soon. But based on what I'm seeing at the table here, this will be a tough game. Oh, the middle player mulligan to 2 to get 1 land. He's confident if he will still play that out. If it's a spell slinger deck and all it does is draw cards, it's very possible that he did get himself out of that hole. Hey, a blue source. Thank you, game. The way this deck wins is I drain people to death with just value, or I do it with a combo. I have to have an aristocrat in play, and I have to have one of my X spell creatures and mortuary for the combo win. What happens is I cast the creature for 0, the draw trigger from Satoru and the mortuary trigger will happen at the same time, but as the active player you choose the order that things go on the stack, so you choose to put Satoru's trigger on the stack first, and then you put the mortuary on after. The mortuary trigger will happen first, or resolve. You'll take that X spell creature, put it on top of your library, and the Satoru will redraw it, and then you just loop the creature until everyone dies to an aristocrat. There's a lot of card advantage in this because I have a ton of 0-drop creatures and just other things to enable cantripping off my creatures. I just hope I get to hold on to them before this Jaya player feels like wrecking. I do have a removal spell, so maybe that's okay. I can just deal with it that way. Buy myself some time, play my Memnite, draw a card, Living Death, hell yeah. Also, when I get Living Death in my hand and I have a big fat creature stack in my graveyard, that's awesome because I'll leave Satoru in my graveyard and I'll bring it back with Living Death with a, fat wad of creatures. I'll draw a ton of cards. Not only does it act as a big removal spell, if I pull this off going to 5, that'd be pretty wild. If the middle player wins by going to 2, that would be even more impressive. In terms of stealing stuff with Evelyn, I don't know if I have a lot of things that are worth their time. I'm just playing a bunch of rinky-dink creatures. I'm just like too synergistic for them to gain any value from me. They'll probably be casting spells from the middle and right player the most. Gray Merchant, hell yeah. My commander's really cheap, so if the Jaya player wants to still kill him off and go nuts. Oh, okay. The guy in the middle will do it. I'll put him in my command zone one more time. A little bit of a premium removal spell for something that is as cheap as my commander. I have got to wonder that the left player will be more interested in killing this. They might be able to do my bidding for me. He can't play his commander and kill Jaya off at the same time, so he's just going to take the turn off and play it at instant speed. Oh, just shocking Jaya. That probably surprised Magic Newbie too. I'm not a fan of Faithless Looting unless you utilize your graveyard from the command zone. Jaya definitely does not. I guess he's got a full grip of cards, so it's not as bad, but like as you get with fewer and fewer cards, Faithless Looting gets a little worse. Electro Dominance and Past in Flames. This might be a storm deck too. Repercussion. Whenever a creature is dealt damage, deals that much damage to its creature's controller. Excellent. Mausoleum Secrets. Well, we're just gonna go to combat. Punch the left player because they're seeing the most cards. They have the most mana in play. Keep punching them. Cast my commander. Oh, this has flash? Oh man, this is way better than I remembered. Every time I see this thing, I am always pleasantly surprised. Evelyn is super good. Exiled my Shoulderids out of air and a mountain. So now when his Vampire's ETV, he exiles 2 things instead of 1. Pretty scary. Hopefully these 2 can break that up a little bit more. I don't have the tools yet to do it. They can cast my Shoulderids whenever they want. Damn. My Gray Merchant can be countered by this for 2 mana. Normally you don't want to use the Passing Flames until you're about to win the game, and I don't think they're close enough to do that yet. Not worried when they only have 4 cards in hand. Replaying Jaya. This would be a good time for the Evelyn to snap off the Shouldreds now, because it'll sweep up the Tolerant and the Jaya. It's a sad price in progress. There's only 2 non-basics in play. If I get a land, I'll attack with Bloodghast over here. Victimize. I got my reanimation package, but I don't have anything to reanimate. Yeah, we'll kill the thing over here. Why not? They just have too many cards, or they have too much access to cards, I should say. Yeah, we saw that coming. Made me sack the token, so I can't do as much damage. What's weird is they left the Task Mage up and the Tolerant, and that was an interesting choice. They could have 3-for-1, instead they just killed one thing. A lot of weird choices this game. I personally wouldn't have done what they did right there. Just like 2 mana to kill 3 things, 2 of them being very practical things. Seems like a bizarre choice just to kill a token. The right player thinks that was weird of them. No, he says it was on purpose.
It was only the world's most intricate and flawlessly executed plan ever.
Really?
I don't know. Valued 3 points of damage more. He said he didn't want to hurt the players low on cards. Well, bye-bye Living Death. It would have been fun. Nah, I drew Omniscience. I'm a long ways away from 10 mana, but it's there. And I have Bastion of Remembrance now. Throwing the Panharmonicon. Throws out their commander to get some value. The Jaya plays on the menu again too. I can just destroy any blue permanent. Plenty out here. Vandal Blast, Counterspell, Scavenger Nighthawk, bunch of rocks, Runehorn Hellkite. What a game. This red player just has a ton of shenanigans in terms of refilling their hand again. Should have went to combat first and attacked with my vampire. Can't block anyways, and I could have gotten a little extra value. Filbufib's fun. I can't block, so we'll go. Yeah, I could have gotten 1 extra draw, 1 extra point of damage off if I did that more properly. Not getting a good landfall trigger with my Bloodghast. Nice. With Omniscience, loop Mana War or Aether Adept. By casting it for free, I draw with Satoru, and then I use its bounce trigger to bounce it back to my hand. Blasphemous Act. Uh-oh. We just die because of repercussion.
We are dead! We are all dead!
Awesome. Although the player on the right doesn't lose anything at all. They had 1 creature in play. Why? He just surrendered and he had like 17 life. I don't know why that guy did it. He literally committed Senpuku and brought 2 of us down with him. What a funny game. I would have liked to show you more, but I was doing the thing. I was having fun. I played a bunch of creatures, drew a bunch of cards, and I had half the combo in my hand, half of one of my combos in hand. I could safely say I haven't played a game where someone purposeful or accidental killed themselves and 2 of his opponents and gave the win to someone else. Magic's a funny game. But if you enjoyed seeing some of the weird stuff that happens on Moto, I play a lot of Magic on the channel. I also do a lot of deck construction videos. I did one for Satoru himself, so if you wanted to check that out, I'll include a link to the description below. I'm also going to be covering the spoiler season for Modern Horizons 3. I'll be hard at work during the week. And something I want to announce is I am going to be going to Command Fest in Tacoma, and I got my sweet playmat in the mail today. Check that out. Got the kernel on it. I call it the kernel because popcorn kernels. I can't wait to show it off. Quality's really nice. I got like that little nice stitching so it won't fray as time passes. If you like a good laugh and if you stuck around this long, you had fun watching, subscribe. I got plenty more stuff on the pipeline. Take care. Bye.